Okay, welcome back, guys. Thank you very much for your patience. We're back and we're ready to show you some live footage from the solo instance that we have promised. Just before we start, there is a question from one of our players, and I guess that everybody is actually interested in this one. Just Raven PL, or it's possible that it's actually Justa Raven PL,
or just a Raven,
or just a Raven.
Just a Raven.
I would
PL.
also consider Justa, because this is like a very common nickname. It seems like this person is from Poland, so czołem. And
okay.
Justa might refer to Justyna, which might be her name. But okay, the most important part of this content is the question: how is the update process going on? And we have some news for you. First of all, we had some small problems with the website. It's already been fixed. I just asked and confirmed everything a couple of seconds before we started. And I also have some good news for you. I have organized that we will have information straight from support. When there is an information that the gates are open and everybody can join the server, you will have this information here. Someone will enter the room and you will know straight away. So it will take around 1 minute from the gates being open to the moment when you are guys
So
informed.
they're basically stream bombing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We will have someone interrupting the stream just so we can provide you this kind of intel. And yeah, I think that now it's right about time to show the promised instance.
Exactly.
Okay, so we can switch to the game view. Okay.
So one
Where
of
are
my
we?
moderators is in there. Basketball. He's jumping around. And yeah, he will run for me the instance because no one wants to see a noob cleric. And he ran the instance several times, so he knows what he's doing. And yeah, I think I will explain stuff on the go.
Yeah, that's the best solution.
That's the best solution, yeah. So I think Basketball, I think you can start running and killing the first guy in front of the door. Let's see. There's a delay.
Yeah, sure. When it starts, I think it's gonna go very smoothly. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Basically, Baruna has 3 levels. You can access each level with an elevator.
So I'm sorry. Levels in this situation, we mean like floors.
Floors.
Okay.
Exactly,
Okay.
floors. The thing is, the instance is pretty circular. I would call it very circular.
Okay.
It has several chambers with monsters in there, and a main center chamber with the final boss.
Okay.
The goal for this instance is basically just kill the key wardens. There are key wardens in some chambers. It's random. And receive the keys, and it depends on how many keys you will actually collect. You will have a different difficulty in the boss in the center room, and have also better room.
So what you just said is that the key drop is random, but does it mean that it can?
The key drop is not random.
Okay.
The monsters in there. You have several chambers. I don't think we can open the map right now because we're in spectator mode.
Okay.
The map has, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 per floor, little chambers.
Okay.
And in each chamber there are a couple of bosses, as we can see right now. Monsters. And in some of them there are key wardens that hold the key. And it's completely random each time when you enter.
Okay.
Which floor. So it's pretty much RNG, luck based. And yeah, and you need the keys to enter this.
So does it mean that the best strategy to get the best loot is to basically visit all the floors, all the chambers,
Yes.
get as many keys as possible, and I guess as fast as possible as well?
Yes, there is a short time limit as far as I can remember. You have 15 or 20 minutes to finish the instance or get as many keys as possible. Because otherwise, when the time runs out, the monsters will disappear. So you have to basically live with the keys you have, or no keys, and enter the middle.
So that means that technically you will always face the final boss.
Yes.
But the loot and the strength of the boss depends on...
Will depend on the keys you have.
Okay. So yeah.
So I think there are in total 7 keys. might be completely wrong, but I think it's 7 keys. At least I looted 7 keys. I think that's the highest possible difficulty you can have. And yeah, it's in solo instance. It's pretty fun. For the first couple of times, no, just kidding. And yeah, it's pretty fast actually. I like it because it's 15 minutes. You have the time limit, and compared to other instances.
Yeah, that doesn't take that much time.
Yeah. Of course, it depends on your gear.
Yeah, of course, and that's also something that I would like to know, because you said that it's about time, and the fastest you kill those NPCs, the better. So does it mean that the instance favors like damage dealers, or?
No. Actually, I have a cleric. If you can go cleric and DPS cleric and have the equipment, it's not a problem.
Do you have a PvP equipment on like for the healer type of a?
Currently, when I was running Baruna for the first couple of times, I had my Kunak set. That's one of the Runa Thorium end boss sets you can have. It's more PvP focused, so I survived it. And I mean, clerics can heal themselves. So
okay.
I don't think it's generally a problem to go through it. The monsters are not that heavy. Of course, you have some rooms where you need to be very careful when you pull adds, because if you pull one and don't regard the other monsters in the chamber, it might be possible that you pull everything. Yeah, and there are some helpers in there. We didn't see that in the beginning, because Basker already opened a chest when you enter the instance. There is a little chest in there, and there is a bag or pouch with 2 scrolls in there. You can find them also in the instance with several monsters that drop them. Those can either make the monsters in the chamber fall asleep. You can disguise yourself as one of the Baruna laboratory scientists, so you can just pass through everything. And yeah, so
do they are they random, or you can choose between these scrolls? Okay.
The one at the beginning you can choose. It's basically just a starter.
Yeah.
So you know, okay, you have something that helps you on the way through the instance. But the drops are pretty random.
Is it possible that we answer one of the questions from our players?
Sure.
Kiggy,
I think I know him.
Okay.
I know him. He is probably from PvP all day. I'm pretty sure. His question is: Aion free to play. Question about PvP tournaments. Is it possible to have the spectator mode for future PvP tournaments? Of course, yes. It will be epic. It would be epic, but this is currently only for GMs. I'm not sure if we will have it in future. Depends on how popular it becomes right now, because I think it's the first time people see this spectator mode. To be honest, it's also the first time I will use it right now, that we are using it right now. And sure, we can ask if it's possible to have a spectator account or a spectator character for tournaments or fans that want to hold a tournament for the player base and stream it, because I know Kegi wants to stream it. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, we will see. It depends on Korea, actually.
Yeah, so we just have to wait, ask and wait for the reply from our developers.
It's pretty convenient. You can have both groups shown with the HP and stuff, because at the moment, of course, we're in the solo instance, we only see Basker's health. But when we are in Unitorium later, we'll have 2 different groups. And you can see both health. Of course, it's a lot easier this way to monitor everything and stream.
But I guess it cannot be the feature that will be available for all the players, right? It's not something that will be implemented in the client, obviously.
No, it's only we need to talk with Korea. If it's possible.
Sure. Okay. We have seen recently on our screen in our game that a player actually moved to a higher floor. Does it work like that? That on every floor you have some different NPCs, or it's more or less the same?
It's mixed.
It's mixed.
You have, I think, 5 or 6, 7 different monsters, races or monster classes or whatever. in there, and it will be shuffled randomly when you enter the instance. And upon opening every door, it's pretty much a surprise. So you can either have the key wardens, you can have little bugs in there, and wolves and other weird stuff. One golem can be in there.
Oh.
And yeah.
Well, so this is the this is the laboratory.
Yeah.
But and we all know that this laboratory was created to actually make a portal.
To experiment on dimensions.
Dimensions. So how is the main boss in this instance related to this? Do we know the story?
Not that I know of, not really. I think when you start quest, because you have a quest NPC standing in front of the first door when you enter the instance, we'll probably explain the story behind it or why there is a boss in there. But I guess he's just guarding it or it was an experiment that just ran off.
Like a
probably, I think it's more
evil
like
scientist or something.
No, I call it huge giant potato because when we are in the center later, you will see why.
Okay, I'm looking forward to see this one. Yeah,
that's a giant potato.
Okay, we will check it out, no doubt. But we also have some questions from our players.
Oh, lots of questions.
So first one is from
Easy as you.
Yes. And the question is, can you give us some information on the new 6-man PvP instance for European servers?
That's Runatorium.
Exactly, so that's gonna be another instance that we will show you a little bit later, and you will have all the information over there. We will also show you the live footage from the game, so you will be able to see how it looks like. But there is another question. From
Sweet like X3.
Exactly. So maybe you can
yeah.
give it.
How about Templars in this instances? It's hard for non-AOE classes without some health spells or something like that. Can they beat it? I think it is possible. I mean, instances are not made to just one certain class specific spec or stigma slotting. And yes, of course, it might be more annoying and you have to pull out some pots and stuff, but I think it's viable, it's okay. It will take longer. I mean, I'm a DPS player. I have my own health spells, of course, but I don't have AoEs. I have one AoE which is on cooldown, and that's pretty much it. So, of course, I have to pull out single stuff in there.
Yeah, guys, if you have any additional questions regarding this specific instance, just feel free to ask. We're gonna pick up some of these questions, and we will try to provide you with all the information required as we play. And at which stage are we right now?
I think it is on the third floor, but I'm not sure.
Which is the last one, right?
It is the last one. It's the highest floor, and you will just clear the chambers for the keys, for the last keys, and then we'll enter the center.
We have already mentioned that the NPCs are a little bit random, but the difficulty level is also random, or no. There is no connection between like different floor, different difficulty level, or. No. Okay, so it's just I guess it's all about the different NPCs. They use like different spells and.
I mean, some of them
skills.
are with low health, and you can just basically, if you're an AoE class, of course you can just wipe them out with one spell. Yeah. And for the single target classes, you can just pull them out and kill them. Of course, very carefully, otherwise you pull more stuff. And it's not that hard. I mean, I can do it.
And what's the reward for this instance when it's done?
The rewards. Most of the stuff is crafting. Okay. Crafting ancient coins. Those are for the ancient coin rewards equipments. And basically there are ancient mana stones. These are new, and it's not that much, but if you want an ancient mana stone, go for it. And it also depends on the level of the boss.
So also on the amount of keys that you have collected.
Yes.
This seems like a crucial part of this as well. I guess that it might happen that the instance actually takes less than even 10 minutes. If you're lucky, you can get those keys really fast. And
If you want to have only one key,
yeah.
5 minutes you're done.
Yeah, it's all about the main boss, but it's still worth it. I mean, if it's even if you can beat the higher level boss, it's still worth to get those keys to just to get a better reward. I think that's the way how it should be approached. Where's this potato? I cannot wait to see this guy.
I think he's on the 3rd level. I don't know why his wings are open, because I don't think his wings are actually open. It's probably bug.
Yeah.
As you can see, the spectator mode is still a bit buggy.
Yeah, of course.
And
we just did our best to show you the instance, and that was basically the only way.
It actually looks pretty awesome with the wings out.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
And I'm probably there's gonna be a question about those wings soon, so maybe you can answer this one already. Do you know where these wings come from?
Those are the new wings for, I might be totally wrong, the mythic rank 1 ones. But I have to ask my team leaders and testers.
Yeah, there
are.
Because
I didn't focus that much on too many details and too many items. And as far as I can remember, those are for them.
There are a lot of them, right? We have some new skins for our players in this update, some new wings, so there is a lot of content regarding this part of our game coming. Okay, you basically go in circles.
Yeah, it's just circle over circle.
It's too bad that we cannot see the map.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, we can collect feedback and send it to Korea, so maybe they can work on the spectator mode, which we can use maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Depends on that. But if you really like it, if you really want it, just tell me right away, because I'm pretty sure most of the fan sites and also PvP related fan sites like PvP All Day would love to have that, and it's really easy to set up. If there's no bugs.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, this is something that we will also speak with Pascal in the next segment, how it actually works when it comes to implementing that kind of stuff, because as you all know, Gameforge is just the publisher of the game, so we cannot really make that many modifications of the game client. So that's the reason why we would like to have your feedback when you have any requests regarding such new features. It's always super important for us to find that information on the forums, because then we have a base to actually approach the developers and say, listen up, this is something that our players would like to have. They have posted many replies, many questions regarding that, and let's see what we can do about that. So please keep that in mind, visit our forum and just join the conversation.
I think he's almost done with the section, I guess.
Do you
it's so dark from here.
Maybe, but yeah, we can see it from a distance on a monitor, but maybe our players, they can see it a little bit better. Yeah, we spoke about the keys that you can get from the NPCs, but from random NPCs, do you get anything else?
Just Kina and random, I would call it crap.
Okay.
But nothing important. Most important is the boss, the potato.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm sorry, it's a potato.
It's cool.
You will see it. You will see
like
it,
it.
and you will agree. Trust me, you will agree. And yeah, that's it. I mean, the random monsters drop the scrolls to survive, because you can basically skip the chambers if there's no key warden, because all you want are the key wardens. And if there's a room full of mobs you can just ignore, it would be great.
Yeah.
And yeah. But I think
this is the entrance?
I think he's in front of the... there is.
Okay.
There is a giant potato.
This is the potato?
Yes.
That...
I sadly couldn't see how many keys he used for it, because the UI is pretty meh. And yeah, it's a puking potato.
I'm very sorry, Stephanie. I mean, I know that in Germany, they eat a lot of potatoes. I come from Poland. We eat a lot of potatoes as well, but they don't look like that. I mean, I'm happy about that.
It's a very angry potato.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'm very happy that I don't eat potatoes like that. I have to say, speak with my mother and say thank you.
And I hope we're gonna make mashed potatoes now.
Oh yeah.
So you can
that's
see.
a good one.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
You like these?
Mm-hmm.
With the gravy?
Yes. And bacon in there.
And
Just cut bacons in there.
Oh yeah, bacon is always good.
Bacon is always good.
Yeah.
Bacon makes everything right.
Yeah, that's so true.
So yeah. I think he will kill him pretty fast.
How many keys did he have?
That's a good question. I didn't see
that,
it.
right?
Sadly, no. Sadly. But I guess he got like 5 or 6 keys, as far as I could see it. So yeah.
So how many keys did you have when you tried this?
First time 7, second time 4 or 5.
Was the difference really high, or it's done?
Yeah, it's already done.
The potato is already mashed.
The potato is exactly. So yeah, I sadly can't show the loot window with the spectator mode. It's pretty bad. So yeah, also something we need to write down.
Let's just say that it's we want to keep it as a surprise for everybody.
Yes. So yeah, that's the instance.
That's the instance.
And it's done.
Okay.